Hello everyone, welcome back to Sierra Games Scott. We are playing Ben Jordan Case 1, Search for the Skunk Ape. Apologies for the last video if at the beginning it was a little hard to hear my introduction over the music, the introduction music to Ben Jordan. I don't think you missed too much, and just because I went through so much dialogue, I did not want to redo it. Apologize for that. A little rusty game back into the LP aspect, and I didn't always work with having music, as you can recall from my earlier LPs were actually sans music, just because we had some issues with trying to get that to record. In any event, hopefully that won't be an issue again. I don't think there's any larger musical scores. If there is, I will make sure to try to keep the sound down a little bit. With that said, let's get back into the case. So, if you recall, we were talking to this ranger over here. I forget his name. Old Ranger? Yeah, I don't remember his exact name. He gave us a map and some other information about the Skunk Ape, and let's take a look at this fellow, which I believe is Ranger Morales. The mutilated body of the ranger is stretched out on the dirt. I think I'm going to use this for the narrator. The voice I used for Space Quest was a poor attempt to emulate the original narrator from the Space Quest 4 or 5, from Space Quest 4, 5, and 6. And I'll probably use something similar to my regular voice for Ben, and use kind of a southern twang for the ranger. Sorry, it kind of slipped in and out, and we'll see what we do with other characters. Like I said, not the best of voice acting, but unfortunately I don't think there's any real great way to get things to work by using the voice acting pack that comes with this game. Okay, so let's see if we can examine this fellow. Feeling slightly nauseated, you examine the body more closely. That's a pleasant guy. Probably should have warned you about that, but it's not too bad, I guess. Okay, so let's take a look at some things. Gaping wound. The ranger's midsection has been torn out by whatever attacked him. Several of his internal organs are visible. However, you notice his liver seems to be missing. As we heard about last time, everybody apparently is missing a liver when they are a victim of the Skunk Ape. The ranger's face is twisted into an expression of sheer horror. Either his attacker caught him by surprise, or he's just shocked at the fact that his innards are currently on display to the rest of the world. Body. The ranger's mutilated, blood-soaked body is stretched out here, the latest victim of the Skunk Ape. And, let's do it with his pants. The ranger is wearing a pair of standard olive green pants. Pretty muted observation, given the grisly scene. A large pool of blood is collected under his body. Anything else we want to look at? So the thing we're really supposed to look at is the hair. Seems to be a tuft of hair clutched in the ranger's hand. Maybe he was pulled off the Skunk Ape as he was being attacked. Let's take that hair. You pick it up and place it in your purse. Did I say purse? I mean pocket. That's pretty funny. Alright, so that's what we're supposed to do. Can we talk to him? Ooh. Sorry about that. I was thinking my webcam thing just popped up for a second. There's nothing to be questioned from asking. There's nothing to be learned from asking the ranger questions. I think that's to give command. You can't talk to the ranger. You can talk to the ranger all you like. He isn't going to respond. All right, so that is a grisly scene. Let's get out of there. I think that's more than enough with everybody there. Okay, so we have just talked to the ranger. We got the hair. And let us move along to the next scene in the game. Like I said, this game's pretty short, even though the dialogue can take a while. I don't anticipate the game itself taking too long, and as you can see, we have... It's interesting that Ben has a rifle. Did he just bring it on a plane with him? Also seems like a college student. Probably not the sort of thing he'd have hanging around, but I guess, he has it for some reason. Alright, the brochure of the Florida Everglades, which is conveniently includes a map to the area. So let's take that and see if we can... You open the brochure and look at your map. Alright, so that's the ranger station, the visitor center, and the forest. Pretty much we can't do anything there. There's only 4 places you can go, I believe. Maybe a 5th opens up, I'm not 100% sure. We'll go here afterward. I'd consider exploring things, but let's try to keep a little bit to the sequence of the game. Even though sometimes exploring is part of the fun. But we'll get to see everything, so don't worry about it. What did the old ranger tell us to do? He told us to go to see Ranger Rick Or at least he told us Ranger Rick was at the ranger station, and of course we need to go there. Now that is a small house. This kind of reminds me of the King's Quest 3 castle or house that Mananan lives in, where it's, at least in the original game, is about as tall as the characters. But in any event, let's go into a small ranger station. A ranger station is a small shack-like structure. It seems the government doesn't send much of its funding this way. Well, it's pretty funny. At least the game acknowledges the small size. But when we go inside, I believe it will look a little larger. I think we have some music, so let me turn things down a little bit. I don't think it's too loud, but just to make sure that we do not lose my voice to to whatever is playing. And alright, so there's Smokey the Bear. Only you can prevent forest fires. And a map. It's a map of the Everglades. Alright. And a comfortable looking couch provides the rangers with a place to sit and take a break. It actually is pretty small in here. Not quite as small as it may look, or maybe proportional to the image on the outside, but still not exactly a spacious area. And we can't actually look. Oh, there's drawers. The desk has a couple of drawers. Your curiosity begins to get the better of you. Well, as any adventure game knows, as any adventure gamer knows, you always take a look at the drawers if it's an option. You search the drawers and find a box of diuretic water pills. So did we get those? Looks like it. So we can just steal, as is common in many adventure games. An old radio was blaring out some horrible blues tune. You're never really a fan of the harmonica. Can we kill the tunes? You try changing the station, but you see the knob is missing. Alright, so you'd rather keep your hands to yourself. I guess we should talk to him. Alright, so, or should touch him. I'm not sure the difference between a command and the question. Nice weather we're having. Oops, sorry about that. Nice weather we're having. Is it? Haven't been outside much today, I'm afraid. Okay, so that's just making a statement. This is actually asking questions. Could I ask you some stuff? Sure. What's up? You're Ranger Rick, aren't you? Yes, I am. Well, what can I do for you? My name's Ben Jordan. I was called out here by Ranger Morales. Oh, you're that paranormal investigator guy, right? That's me. Ernie told me I should talk to you. Okay, so talk to me. Alright. What can you tell me about the Skunk Ape? That's terrorizing the woods. That's what. Anything else? Not really. I don't think I could probably tell you more than Ernie probably already has. Is there anything you can tell me about the recent murders? Terrible, aren't they? It's bad enough to lose your coworker, but when the public their victim too, it becomes a whole different story. Hopefully something can be done before anyone else dies so horribly. But then, that's what you're here for, isn't it? Ernie suggested I find someone to go out to the woods with and try to track down the Skunk Ape. He said you're the guy I should go to. Well, Ben, I'd love to go with you, really would. But with this whole Skunk Ape business, things in the woods haven't exactly been in balance lately. I wouldn't feel right going out there without some protection. I've got a rifle. No, I didn't mean that kind of protection. Well, I guess I could look for a pharmacy or something. Oh, bad joke. But I should tell you, that's not my thing. Oh, man. I mean, there's nothing wrong. Ben, I'm talking about a nature amulet. Oh, a nature amulet. Of course. Oh, boy. I apologize for that. What's a nature amulet? It's an amulet that wards off evil spirits and attracts good nature spirits. So, if I can get you one, will you come with me? Sure. Okay. So, how do I do it? It's complicated. Nature amulets don't just grow on trees, you know. The base is made from an ancient earth object, like a bone or a rock. You need some animal hair to make a string so the amulet can be worn. And the amulet needs to be blessed by a shaman. Got it? Yeah, I'll see what I can do. What's that you're reading? Oh, what's that you're reading? It's part of a series about this kid who wants to be a professional fish tank cleaner. Sounds fascinating. This one I'm reading is part 5, where he goes to Bangladesh. Is it any good? Not really. It's surprising, since the author took so long to write it. Well, I hear that tends to happen a lot. I don't know if that's the designer of the game making a reference to himself somehow. That's some nice music you're listening to. It's the only radio station we get out here. Even this music is better than no music, in my opinion. So, what's it like being a ranger? I like it. It's a fun job. The pay could be a little better, but then the government doesn't send much money our way, as has been stated. Okay, I'm going now. Take it easy. Yeah, so the conversation's automatically terminate when you're done. Alright, so we have to go find an amulet. It was kind of funny how, after the earlier exchange, he says, "No, Ben, like, he's some sort of idiot. Of course I need an amulet." But, of course, I guess a weirdo who would want an amulet like that would probably not behave in the most normal fashion. Alright, so let's go try to find an amulet. Oh, that's right, you don't leave the scenes. The way to navigate to different scenes, at least for the time being, is to use this map or brochure. Kind of like a magic map, except I assume it's not magical and Ben just walks there, unlike certain other games, such as King's Quest III. So, let's head over to the visitor center, as I promised. And we can talk to this guy, I think. And that might be a good place to close off the video afterwards. That's a nice sign you got there. Thanks. I painted myself using my own blood. I see. It's his own blood. So he's a kind of a hippie guy, I think, who's trying to save the wetlands. The sign has the words "Save the Wetlands" written on it in a dark red substance. Alright. So we can shoot him right now. Just kidding. Oh, by the way, you can always look at the notepad. That gives you tips or things you need to do. So just in case you forget what your objective is. So ancient earth item and animal hair blessed by a shaman. That's all you need in order to create that. Conveniently, the materials necessary are in this vicinity. So let's try talking to this guy. Hopefully it won't take too long. Hello. Hey there, young man. Tell me about yourself. My name is Lloyd Daniels. I've been living in Florida for the past 20 years. I'm an active member in the community and a staunch environmentalist. Among the things I do are set up fundraisers, beach cleanups, and protests. So I guess this is Occupy the Everglades, which is a timely reference if you're watching this in fall/winter of 2011. What exactly do you protest? Any possible threat to the environment. You have no idea how angry it makes me to see environmental injustices committed. If I see someone so much as look at a tree the wrong way, I'll go off like a rocket. You seem very dedicated to your cause. And how? Have you ever heard of the Skunk Ape? Oh, you mean that fabricated story to keep us out of the woods so developers can bulldoze their way in there and build condos behind our backs? So you don't believe it exists? Of course not. Even if there was such a creature, it wouldn't be in the wild for long. Poachers would probably hunt it down for its fur, jewelry would be made from its teeth, purses from its hide. I think I get your point. Did you know that the Skunk Ape has been murdering people lately? Well, it's about time. Excuse me? Man has been murdering nature for centuries. It's not surprising that nature has decided to fight back. Are you saying it's justifiable homicide? Now don't go putting words in my mouth, boy. All I'm saying is maybe this is the wake-up call people need, regardless of whether or not some made-up creature is doing it. Nice park, huh? Nice. Nice. I don't see what's so nice about a bunch of rangers sitting around in the station eating sandwiches all day. While out there, the wetlands continue to disappear by the minute. I don't know. Seems like the rangers are doing a decent job. Ha! Shows what you know. See you around. Hug a tree for me. Alright, well, after that illuminating conversation, I think it's time to end this particular video, and I'll see you in part 3 of Ben Jordan Case 1 Search for Skunk Ape, a Let's Play by Sierra Game Scott. This is Sierra Game Scott, signing off. Take care.